Hi, friends. It's Pastor Harley from the Broadway Global Methodist Church, and today I'll be reading from 2 Samuel chapter 19, and this is the section we'll be preaching out of today, and it concerns a person named Barzillai. And you've not maybe thought about Barzillai for a long time, but let's let him introduce himself. Now Barzillai said to the king in verse 34, "How many years have I still to live? And that I should go up with the king to Jerusalem. I am this day 80 years old. Can I discern what is pleasant and what is not? Can your servant taste what he eats or what he drinks? Can I still listen to the voice of singing men and singing women? Why should your servant be an added burden to my lord the king?" So Barzillai introduces himself. David has invited Barzillai, who was a great support to him. There was the rebellion of David's son Absalom. It was a terrible time, and Barzillai, being a wealthy man, had provided for David and his men. And, David is offering him a reward. And Barzillai introduces himself, said, "I'm 80 years old." You might be listening to this yourself and saying, "Well, I'm 80 years old, or I can see 80 coming. Or I can understand myself that being the age I am, I can well visualize 80, though I'm sure many, many things will happen before I get to that point." And he says, "Do I enjoy the taste of food? No, it's starting to wear out. Can I really hear and pick out that music? Can I discern this what is lovely and what is not?" Barzillai makes a decision. He wants he'll eventually put forth his son or his grandson, it does not specify, to go with David, to be his, in the midst of what David's kingdom is doing, to be at the court when finally Solomon is anointed king. But Barzillai says, this is a point where my time has stopped. It seems very sad. We might say, well, what happens to Barzillai next? Well, I suppose he goes home and dies. He even speaks about his death in some of the other verses. But we're not to feel sorry for him. He's one who already has the wisdom to see that his story is part of the larger story of what God is doing, as is my story and yours. God is working to establish his kingdom. We have our part in it. Let's be faithful to that part and follow after God carefully. Amen.